All right, so let's get started here. The first thing you're going to need is your parts kit, or your tool kit when you buy your Mini GS. This comes in pretty much every Mini GS over the last few years. What you're going to need out of that is one of your Allen wrenches. Is going to be the smaller of the two sizes. That's all you're going to need out of there. And then, of course, a new battery. So what you're going to want to do here is there's going to be 4 screws here. You're going to take it. A lot of people think that the battery is going to be back here on the grip because in a lot of older guns it was, but this is pretty straightforward. Good to go. And then one thing I didn't mention is I typically recommend use the short side of your Allen key to get these. Sometimes they can be in there firm, or if your gun is very old and you're changing the battery, you don't want to strip out those screws because it's kind of a pain to get out once you do that. But it basically will, this will be a much better leverage, and it won't risk stripping out the screws typically. So, and it'll be easier on your fingers, is what I was trying to say. So unscrew it there, good to go. And you don't technically have to take, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that one. You don't technically have to take off all 4 of these to change the battery, but it doesn't stretch out the plastic. I didn't mean to do this back grip here. But now that you have the 4 front grip screws completely taken out, this is just going to slide off. Good to go there. If you don't take it completely off, it's kind of a pain. You have to kind of stretch it out. So I usually recommend take off all 4 screws and then put your finger in here. And as you can tell, pretty straightforward. There's a plus here, a plus there, a minus, a minus. This is a standard 9-volt. So this is the standard battery that comes from Empire Energizer. Usually we recommend go with the Energizer battery or a Duracell, some sort of name brand. While you're in here, if you've had your gun a while and you kind of feel this is loose, take your larger Allen key here and tighten it up right here. Oh, I'm actually sorry. So Energizer is usually what comes in your gun from Empire. We usually recommend use name brand Energizer or Duracell. And while you're in here, with the same Allen key you have for the other screws, go ahead and tighten these screws up here just a little bit. If you've had the gun a good while, sometimes these will loosen up. So you go ahead and tighten those up just a tad. And again, just put it back in, plus and minus. I usually go back in first, make sure the positive, negative, and put it down like that. And then you're just gonna press this towards the back of the gun. And I'm not gonna tighten these up all the way, just most of the way, so I make sure you give plenty of room for all of the holes to line up correctly. On some grips, it's a little tighter fit than others. These are really nice. Empire does a good job with these. You usually don't have that problem, but on some other guns you might. So now that I've got them all the way on, they're lined up. Go ahead and tighten them up all the way. This is much easier than the older style Mini, but it's pretty straightforward and you're good to go. Usually what I recommend before I put these grips back on is you want to go ahead and turn the gun on. So take the gun, hold the button down there, make sure it lights up. As long as it lights up, you're good to go. That means you put the battery in correctly. You're ready to rock and roll. So I know that was a pretty simple video for most everybody, but we wanted to make sure we cover all of our bases. For a lot of the newer players out there that aren't familiar with electronic guns and having batteries in their gun, I just want to make sure they're doing it right. Make sure you take care of your gun. Again, you don't want to stretch this out too much, so go ahead and take all 4 screws out. If you guys have any questions, please comment below or reach out to us on social media. Just do a little search for Pro Edge Paintball. We do carry the Zombie GS online as an exclusive print that us and a handful of other dealers in the US are a part of. We do service the guns here at Pro Edge, so if you do have problems with your gun, bring it by, no problem at all. Pretty quick turnaround. You can also mail your gun in, so if you're watching this and you're not in Texas or not in Houston, you can definitely mail your gun to us. That's all available on our website, proedgepb.com. So if you found this video useful, please take a second, go like the video real quick. That really helps our video show up to other players like yourself that might be shopping for a Mini GS or doing their research or looking for, of course, how to change the battery in their GS. So other than that, we are good to go. You guys have any questions, let us know. Thank you guys for watching.